One.
Hey guys, it's Dawn. I'm sorry I can't be there today. I am at an IEP, so IEPs come first. At any rate, I just wanted to share a strategy that I absolutely love. It's called Notice and Note. It's by Kylene Beers and Robert Probst, and I have really enjoyed this particular strategy. So it's a strategy for close reading, and this one is for fiction. They also have one for nonfiction, but I'm not going to talk about that today. Um, so this is the cover of the book. There are 6 signposts. And sorry, I'm making this beautiful. Just humor me while I get it to where I want it to be. There's 6 signposts. I love this little signpost right here. Contrast and contradictions. Aha moment, words of the wiser, again and again, memory moment, and tough questions. So this is a handy little reminder, kind of keeps you in tune with what you need to be asking the kids or what they need to be looking for. So notice and note signposts. They're just signposts. Signposts help you guide your way to wherever you're going. Well, these signposts in fiction do pretty much the same thing. Over here on the left, this is like a bookmark. You could cut it out. You can copy it and paste it and make bookmarks for your kids, or you can just use it for you. All right. So I just wanted to look at the movie Nemo because most of us are familiar with it. I may have taken some poetic liberties with it. So sorry if I mess anything up. Just kind of laugh at me and go on with it. So we know the story Nemo because most of us have seen the movie. And this is how I look at the signposts. So for contrast and contradictions, like what's a contrast? What's a contradiction? For example, you wouldn't expect a fish who has a disability, the tiny fin, to be brave, but Nemo is pretty brave, and that's a contradiction. An aha moment, there are several, but one that I remember is that once he's in the net, Nemo's like, oh, snap, I want to go back home. So he realizes that that's his big aha moment at that point. At that point, he might also be asking himself some tough questions. What was I trying to prove? Why did I want to swim so close to the boat? What was so important that I had to do that? He's asking himself these tough questions. Whenever we make difficult decisions or we've done something foolish and we want to, reflect upon it, we ask ourselves those tough questions. Words of the wiser. Well, Dory is not necessarily wise, but she does say, keep swimming, which, tells the characters not to give up. And in that case, it really is, they're wise words. So it's just a life lesson, and that can oftentimes be connected to the theme of the story. So if your kids are having a hard time finding the theme, aha moment and words of the wiser are like two huge signposts that might help them. Again and again. Well, just keep swimming. That's definitely something that we hear over and over and over. So, good Lord, I think that's the one good thing that Dory does remember. So, and that's repeated so often that you're like, oh my gosh, is that important? Like, what's the deal with that? And of course, we know that just keep swimming is very important. Never give up. Be persistent. A memory moment. A memory moment is not always a flashback, but Nemo remembers his dad and the safety of home, and that really provides his drive to return to his family. Like that's what he's fighting for, and that's the important message. He realizes that family really is everything, and he goes back and he matures through the process, and that memory moment kind of makes that clear, when he's thinking about home. This is such a brief overview. The book is far more in depth. It's not terribly expensive. You can find loads of stuff online that will help you, videos, just whatever you might need. But one of the best things to do is to go to this website, and this is just an additional resource. They have some links that are good, some that are not, but I just wanted to add that to you. But this Heinemann, the Notice and Note resource, when you pull that up, we've got the strategies for close reading. And so here's your prices. Nonfiction is a newer one. And the Heinemann website has extra information. They have some videos, so that's pretty cool. And there's a Facebook page, and I have seen Kylie Beers come post on it, so she's very helpful. And they have some samples. They have things for you to look at, and they also have information for you from the appendix. So they give you specific texts to help you teach the signposts, and there are excerpts here and then excerpts here. So although that looks like that's a little bit of a misspelling. So at any rate, this was a super brief overview of Notice and Note by Kylie Beers and Robert Probst. If you're interested, please, by all means, ask me questions. I love it. And the hurricane really threw me off this year, so I haven't done as much with it as I'd like to. But the 2 prior years, I really enjoyed using it with my kids. So there you go. Thanks, y'all.